Stop scrolling and picture your outdoor space transforming into a living canvas where colors shift with the seasons, scents drift on summer evenings, and every corner feels like a personal retreat. Today on Luxury Home Decor, we unlock the art of extraordinary garden design, blending style with function so your yard becomes the destination everyone talks about. Whether you have acres or a balcony, these ideas spark imagination and invite nature right to your doorstep. First, consider the overarching mood you want your garden to evoke: tranquil spa, whimsical cottage, or modern sculpture park. Choosing a theme early establishes a clear blueprint for paths, planting beds, and seating. Layer shapes and heights so the eye travels naturally. And remember, negative space is vital. Leaving pockets of open ground highlights statement pieces. Think of your garden as a room without walls, where flow, balance, and rhythm guide every design decision. Seasonal color palettes keep the landscape lively. Adopt a spring scheme of pastel bulbs, shift to vivid summer annuals, then embrace autumn's fiery foliage, finishing with winter evergreens for structure. Planting strategic swathes ensures something interesting every month. Budget tip: buy perennials when big box stores discount stock at season's end, then divide and replant the following year. You'll cultivate abundance without draining your wallet, all while maintaining a cohesive, ever-changing display. Every memorable garden boasts at least one arresting focal point that anchors the design. It might be a sculptural boulder, a dramatic water bowl, or a dwarf Japanese maple glowing crimson at sunset. Place focal elements along sightlines from windows or main paths so they draw guests forward. Surround the star with complementary textures rather than competing blooms, allowing it room to breathe and command attention while the rest of the composition supports the scene. If your outdoor footprint feels tight, think vertically. Trellises, wall-mounted planters, and even repurposed ladders create layers of greenery without sacrificing floor space. Climbing jasmine perfumes the air, while cascading strawberries double as edible decor. Attach pocket planters to fences for a living tapestry that hides plain boards. This approach works wonders for renters who need portability. Simply take the structure down and redeploy wherever life leads you next. Effortless versatility. Designing purposeful seating zones turns a pretty garden into a functional living area. Nestle a weatherproof bench under a flowering arbor for morning coffee. Cluster poofs around a portable fire pit for evening stories. And slip a hammock between trees for lazy Sunday naps. Choose materials echoing your interior style. Rattan, teak, or powder-coated steel. So indoor and outdoor spaces feel integrated. Add washable throw pillows in UV-resistant fabrics to soften hard edges without fear of fading. Outdoor lighting extends garden enjoyment beyond daylight hours while creating magical ambience. Start with solar path stakes for safety, then layer in string lights zigzagging overhead to mimic starlight. Accent uplights beneath trees reveal sculptural trunks after dark, and rechargeable lanterns allow flexible mood setting on tabletops. Warm white bulbs feel inviting. Avoid overly cool tones that flatten foliage. Strategic placement ensures neighbors appreciate a gentle glow rather than feeling dazzled by floodlights. Water features invite wildlife, mask traffic noise, and create serenity, yet they need not be extravagant. A simple container fountain recirculates water with a small solar pump, while stone basins filled with rainwater provide birds a welcome spa. For sustainability, set barrels beneath downspouts and use the collected water to top up your feature. The soft burble becomes an auditory focal point, transforming even the smallest patio into a restorative oasis. Merge beauty and bounty by weaving edible ornamentals into decorative beds. Rainbow chard adds jewel-tone foliage, while purple basil perfumes the air and enriches pasta night. Dwarf fruit trees in containers save ground space yet yield generous harvests. Interplanting edibles deters pests through diversity and makes daily harvesting a leisurely stroll rather than a chore. Plus, produce-laden branches become conversation pieces that prove good design can literally feed the soul. Thoughtful garden paths choreograph movement and protect delicate roots. Pea gravel crunches pleasantly underfoot. Flagstone feels timeless, and reclaimed brick brings rustic warmth. Whichever material you select, keep widths generous enough for two people to pass comfortably, around 90 centimeters. Gentle curves slow the pace and reveal surprises gradually, whereas straight lines suit modern minimalism. Edge paths with low herbs like thyme, so every step releases fragrance into the air. Apply interior color theory outdoors for a polished result. Analogous hues, think blue, purple, and pink, create soothing harmony, while complementary pairs like orange and indigo energize gathering areas. Anchor your palette with neutral foliage such as silver artemisia or rich green boxwood, allowing blossoms to sing without clashing. Repeat accent colors in cushions, pots, and accessories to reinforce cohesion. This deliberate approach prevents the plant nursery impulse buy from spiraling into visual chaos. Containers function as movable architecture, perfect for renters or experimenters. Follow the thriller filler spiller formula. A dramatic centerpiece, mounding middle plants, and trailing edges that soften the pot. For year-round interest, mix evergreen shrubs with seasonal annuals. Simply swap the temporary layer as months shift. Upgrade plastic nursery pots by tucking them inside decorative baskets lined with heavy-duty plastic. A budget hack delivering upscale flair without permanent investment. Your patio becomes a dynamic gallery of living sculptures. Pollinator-friendly planting supports local ecosystems while enriching your garden's vibrancy. Choose nectar-rich natives, stagger bloom times, and avoid pesticides during peak foraging hours. Install a bee hotel on a sunny wall and leave a shallow dish of pebbled water for butterflies to sip safely. Not only will you aid declining species, you'll enjoy the mesmerizing dance of wings drifting among blossoms, underscoring nature's essential role in design. Sustainable beauty truly pays dividends season after season. Small plot. Borrow tricks from interior design to cheat a sense of space. Use diagonal paving to elongate sightlines. Place mirrors against walls to bounce light and reflections of greenery. And employ a limited color scheme so the eye perceives unity. Vertical stripes of bamboo or columnar evergreens draw gaze upward, creating perceived height. These illusions convince guests your courtyard is grander than its footprint, proving size needn't limit ambition. Shaded corners need not languish in gloom. They're perfect for textural plays. Hostas unfurl broad leaves beside lacy ferns, while white astilbes glow like lanterns under dappled branches. Add a metallic finished chair or ceramic orb for subtle sparkle that catches stray sunbeams. Boost soil fertility with leaf mold to mimic forest floors, encouraging lush growth. You'll transform forgotten areas into cool retreats ideal for reading or quiet contemplation. Unexpected sanctuaries emerge. For regions facing water restrictions, xeriscaping combines aesthetics with conservation. Group plants by hydration needs, then mulch heavily to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Opt for architectural succulents, ornamental grasses, and Mediterranean herbs like rosemary that thrive on neglect. Permeable pathways of decomposed granite allow rainfall to percolate into the root zone rather than run off. This approach reduces maintenance while delivering sculptural silhouettes that remain striking even during heat waves. Privacy screens help carve intimate rooms without erecting fortress walls. Espaliered fruit trees trained along wires create living fences that flower, fruit, and filter views. Alternatively, lattices wrapped in evergreen jasmine provide year-round cover with seasonal fragrance. Bamboo planters on wheels can be rolled to adjust shade where needed. Layering tall elements behind mid-height shrubs and ground covers produces depth, so boundaries feel lush rather than restrictive. Your retreat remains secluded yet welcoming. Great gardens engage all senses. Beyond sight and sound, play with scent by clustering lavender near seating or planting night-blooming nicotiana for after-dark perfume. Herbs like mint release aroma with every brush, while tactile plants such as lamb's ear beg gentle touch. Include edibles for taste, and choose ornamental grasses that rustle in breezes. A multisensory palette transforms routine strolls into fully immersive experiences that calm the nervous system. Blissfully. Designing with children or pets in mind means balancing aesthetics and durability. Opt for non-toxic plants, avoid thorny specimens along play routes, and choose hardy ground covers like clover that withstand traffic. A designated digging box saves prized beds from enthusiastic paws, while a mini raised bed invites kids to grow their own snacks. Incorporate whimsical stepping stones painted with glow-in-the-dark motifs to guide nighttime adventures safely. Memories flourish alongside flowers. Art elevates horticulture to storytelling. Metal sculptures catch morning dew. Recycled glass totems refract rainbow shards across foliage. And hand-painted tiles embedded in pathways offer surprise at every step. Choose pieces that echo your interior style, forging continuity from living room to lawn. Remember scale. A petite figure disappears in expansive beds, whereas oversized installations command attention. Rotate smaller artworks seasonally to keep the narrative fresh and stimulate curiosity. Creativity blossoms outdoors. Budget awareness fuels creativity through upcycling. Turn weathered pallets into vertical herb gardens, convert a chipped clawfoot tub into a quirky pond, or transform old wine barrels into half-moon planters perfect for dwarf trees. Apply exterior-grade sealants to extend lifespan, and finish with bold paint colors that match your overall palette. These projects divert waste from landfills and inject personality impossible to buy off the shelf. Wallets breathe easier. Consider incorporating a rain garden that channels storm runoff into a planted depression where water-loving species thrive. Switchgrass, iris, and Joe Pye weed filter pollutants while providing habitat for beneficial insects. Line the basin with gravel to aid drainage, and design overflow routes away from foundations. This strategy mitigates flooding, replenishes groundwater, and transforms problem puddles into ecological showpieces that delight during heavy showers. Sustainable hydrology meets stunning aesthetics in one elegant solution. A truly unique garden charms even when blossoms fade. Plan for winter interest with structural evergreens, ornamental bark, and seed heads left standing for birds. Red twig dogwood ignites snowy backdrops, while the peeling trunk of paperbark maple offers subtle drama. Adding architectural elements like obelisks or topiary frames ensures shape remains when leaves depart. By honoring the off-season, you maintain vitality year-round rather than retreating indoors until spring. Each year, color forecasters unveil a shade destined to dominate design. Instead of repainting walls, echo the hue outdoors with flowering annuals or glazed pots. If this season's darling is verdant chartreuse, choose sweet potato vine, lime coleus, or glass garden spheres in matching tones. The subtle nod keeps your space feeling current without major overhaul, showcasing your trend awareness while preserving timeless backbone plantings. Quick pop, lasting impression for visitors. Masterful gardens balance formal symmetry with organic spontaneity. Frame patios with identical planters for order, then allow billowing grasses and self-sowing cosmos to soften edges. This tension mirrors fashion's tailored blazer paired with flowing scarf. Structured yet inviting. Review your layout from multiple angles, adjusting masses until the scene feels stable but not rigid. The dance between precision and wildness keeps eyes moving and hearts captivated. Dynamic harmony enlivens every corner. Layering fragrance mirrors layering lighting. Use base, middle, and high notes. Ground level creeping thyme emits aroma underfoot. Mid-height roses perfume afternoon breezes. And climbing honeysuckle releases sweet nectar at dusk. Select complementary scents to avoid olfactory overload. Pair citrusy notes with herbal freshness. Locate aromatic plants near seating, windows, or entryways so you experience them repeatedly. This invisible design element weaves emotion through space better than any ornamentation. Memories become scented souvenirs. Understanding microclimates empowers plant success. Observe which corners trap heat, remain soggy, or catch wind. Then match species accordingly. Mediterranean herbs adore sun-baked south walls, while ferns relish cool north shade. Use large containers to test placements before committing to permanent beds, saving money and disappointment. Harmonizing plant preferences with site realities ensures lush growth, making you appear effortlessly green-thumbed to guests. Strategic observation beats trial and error every single season. Efficient irrigation protects both resources and plants. Install a simple drip system with timer, delivering moisture directly to root zones while keeping foliage dry, thereby deterring fungal issues. Hide tubing beneath mulch for clean aesthetics. And group emitters by plant need, so thirsty hydrangeas receive more than drought-tough lavender. A weekend DIY project saves hours of hand watering and reduces water bills, giving you extra time to relax among blooms. Efficiency equals serenity. Outdoor furniture longevity relies on thoughtful care. Invest in breathable covers that shield from UV rays and monsoon downpours, preventing mildew. Clean teak annually with mild soap, and oil sparingly to maintain honey tone. 4 metal pieces. Touch up chips with rust-inhibiting paint before corrosion spreads. Schedule maintenance alongside seasonal planting tasks, integrating upkeep into your garden rhythm rather than dreading big overhauls later.